Well, it's an honor to come up this evening and introduce Craig. Craig's going to come up and speak to you about 3 P's and 2 B's. Made me get hungry. I thought he was talking about peanut butter sandwiches. I give you Craig.
Three P's to be.
Oh.
3 P's to be. Oh. Okay. Uh-huh. 3 P's to be. 3 P's to be has helped with my recovery. I was given a coin a few years ago by my nephew, and on one side of the coin it had the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Spent a lot of time thinking about that. Serenity, the peace of the things I cannot change. The courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. But I could not remember that many words a couple years ago. I had a hard time with 10 words, much less how many ever words that is. So I also struggled with tremendous anxiety, tremendous fear. My heart rate most likely is in the 3 digits right now. But I needed to come up with something that I could hold on to, that I could meditate on, especially in those moments of high anxiety, of regret, of fear. And there was a moment that I was feeling this tremendous anxiety. But I wanted to get out of the anxiety. I wanted to move forward in the positive direction, because while I was dealing with all this anxiety, I was behaving in ways that were harmful to myself and harmful to my friends and family. And so I had a talk with myself, and I said, Craig, you need to be patient. You need to be patient. My first P, to be. I need to be patient. And I dwelled on that word for a while. What is patience? Well, I looked it up. Patient, able to accept or tolerate delays, problems, suffering without becoming annoyed and so forth. I looked up the Latin pati, which means suffering. But as I thought about being patient, it actually pulled my mind away from all the junk that was bringing me down. And it got me a little peace in that moment. And while I was in that moment, practiced it for quite a few days, that moment extended to the point that I could see the clouds move away and see the beautiful trees around and the beauty around me. And I thought of something else, that I am not my yesterday, I'm not yesterday, and I'm not tomorrow. I'm here right now. And I told myself, Craig, you need to be present. I need to be present, which allowed another step towards feeling a little bit more peace within myself. So I needed to be patient, I needed to be present, and that lasted at least 15 seconds before I started thinking about yesterday and all my regrets, or tomorrow and what's to come. But as I practiced those 2 P's, I was able to extend the time within that presentness, within my mind, accepting the here and now. And then I said, Craig, you gotta get ready for tomorrow. You gotta get ready for what's gonna happen a little bit while later. And so I told myself, Craig, you need to be, what do the Boy Scouts say? Prepared. I need to be prepared. And so I started thinking about being prepared. And again, that didn't last for very long either, because as soon as I started thinking of that, I started thinking about 5 things I needed to do. So I went around these 3 P's continuously, because I would get stressed out, and then I would come back and tell myself, Craig, breathe in, relax, be patient, everything will be all right. Don't move right now, just be where you are right now, relax, you're here, you're okay. And now let's get prepared. Trying to stay in that moment of the present while becoming prepared and exercising that. I eventually was able to step forward a little bit and grab one thing to be prepared. Little things. I need to prepare for bedtime. I need to be prepared for what's going to happen tomorrow morning. So I exercise that. And as time has gone on, that I exercise the 3 P's to be patient, to be present, to be prepared. And I could remember those 3 things. It brought me a certain amount of peace. Which brings me here today to exercise the 3 P's. Thank you.
Well, I thought Craig was pretty smooth. When he got up there, you know, his hands were in his pockets a little bit to start, but they came out. I thought that was great. You caught yourself. The first part of correcting things is catching yourself and tracking things. If you don't track it, you can't grow it. At the same time, also, I thought your rehearsal was well. I can tell you'd gone over it. I'm sorry that when I opened up, I didn't quite get 3 B's. I was thinking 3 P's and 2 B, like thou art to be or not to be. I wasn't for sure, so I'm sorry I opened that up wrong when I opened the can up. And it was, I said, see, I'm not giving my speech, was it? So I wasn't paying attention. But it was very well directed, I thought. You know, it was a purpose to it. You came from your heart, and it wasn't creative. You told us what you felt. And the best thing is when you speak, I believe, is to talk to the heart. You know, the brain hears, but the heart feels. So I think you're going in the right direction. It's like in sales, they always say, speak to the heart. It's closer to the wallet than the brain. Well, it's true. Talk to the emotion. I thought you did very well with that. In your closing, I thought that you got us to a point where we were relating to what you were saying in our own life, so that when you closed, we actually took the information, at least I did, on how I would apply it. And to me, when you listen to someone give a presentation, you know how well they did if you take the information with you. If you don't take anything home with you,